This makes me want to run credit quick. How do you live with that weed in your yard, bro? That would drive me crazy. Fly. You know what people scare me? People that listen to Christmas music when it's not Christmas time. The same people that like go to Disney as adults. You know what I mean? Like sober.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Garrett with Real Sales Dynamics. Today we're gonna be following around Johnny up in the field today, and I'm super excited for this one. So it's going to be a training on how to sell an add-on system. What an add-on system is whenever someone already has pre-existing solar and then they need a few more panels just to offset what they're being charged by the utility company. Stay tuned, hopefully you'll learn something, and let's get to it.
Drip Eliante, pulling up, feeling like Harry Belafonte. Look at my racks, feel like Serena went from the back. Swing, pull like Jim, waves on swim, and a rock Timbs with the.
Check it out, they got the Vivint Smart Home. Used to work for those guys. If you guys are looking for a home security system, Vivint's pretty sick. It whistles at you. Not a burglar, but thanks. That's it, there it is again. Oh, I haven't knocked on a Sunday in forever, mostly because I don't want to be smited by God, but. Hey, sorry for the delay. We're working with all the homes in the area that have the solar panels up on their roof. Some of you guys have still been getting excess utility bills from SDG&E. So we're just meeting with the homes that are either getting their, like a large one at the end of the year, or they still, or they're getting all their power already overproduced. Are you guys getting an excess utility bill from SDG&E right now?
No.
You're not?
No, what does that mean?
Okay, so some of these homes, you know how you could choose between like 6 and 12 panels for the houses? Some homes chose 6 and it wasn't enough power for their home, and so they're still getting excess power coming in from SDG&E. And you guys don't get any excess at the end of the year, like a true up bill?
No,
we
got 9 panels.
Oh, you got 9?
Yeah, we pay our panels to Sun now.
Oh, nice. You guys got yours, did you guys get yours separately, or did you guys get it with the programs that the neighborhood offered?
Yeah, with the program.
Oh, very cool, very cool. I like your guys' Vivint system, by the way. I used to work for them for years. Do you like it?
Yeah, I love it.
Awesome, awesome. Well, hey, I'll let you get back to your Sunday. Thanks.
The most important thing I think here is to consistently qualify your customers. I mean, it's mostly a sorting game. I don't want to waste any time with somebody that's not going to be a qualified prospect, and we're showing you right now how to sell to existing solar customers. Oh, I would say that this is one of the easiest sales because the customer is already familiar with the benefits of solar. And so when they say, oh, this market is saturated, I'm like, no, this market, they just planted the seeds for me to come in and harvest. So please, everybody, go to Texas, get out of San Diego, just go sell in Texas, you get your low taxes and everything like that. And that's perfect because every time you guys sell a system, especially when you undersell the system, which is so common. I mean, how many reps and how many contracts do I run into on a daily basis where the customer got a system size that was too small because the rep just wanted to show a really cheap bid and the customer went for it and got an undersized system. So those people, I'm going up and cleaning up all the time because they're still getting excess utility bills from SDG&E. So check it out. Look at the red placard on the side of their electric box. It'll show you how many panels they have. Then look at their square footage. If you see an EV in the driveway, do the math in your head. Not that hard to figure out.
Give a man a fish, feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, feed him for a lifetime. Teach a man to sell. You don't have to eat freaking fish every day.
And then if you're selling fish, you can say,
I got fish.
Hey guys, I got fish.
Shout out to Uncle GC on that one.
What do you want?
Looking for the homeowner?
Huh?
Just looking for the homeowners.
No, I have no time. You don't want to talk to nobody, okay? And
That-
don't bother me a lot. You come anytime.
Oh, this is my first time here. So I'm here about your guys' existing solar. That's it.
Okay? I have no time.
All right, enjoy your Sunday. God bless. Be later. We'll be back later. Yeah, we'll stop by later. Thanks. I forgot to grab my wedding ring too. Damn it.
yeah.
It just like reduces the whole like, this guy might rape me vibe, you know what I mean? Oh yeah. Another pro tip, guys. I'm married to the game.
You're like a dictionary,
You're a dictionary.
because you only have facts.
You mean definitions? If you hear a dog continuously barking and nobody hushes it out, it's generally a sign that it wants out. If you hear a dog yelp, intense customer.
One thing to keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, is that any form of bumper sticker, yard sign, anything that gives me any piece of information about you is going to help me tremendously. So please keep it up. Put your yard signs out. Have that bumper sticker that says proud parent of a sailor. And yeah, people like us will continue to be awake, alive, and ready to thrive. Birth rates in the US are declining. You might have to wait longer. We know you waited in line forever for the American ride. Wouldn't that be funny if before heaven, it's like you just choose what country and time period you're gonna get born into, and it's like a ride? And like the more prosperous and better the country, the longer the wait.
The longer the wait.
Yeah. Trying to get fast passes with God. Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt your Sunday. We're the ones doing the follow. We just met up with Herman next door. We're the ones doing the follow-ups with all the homes. We have to take you guys off the list for the excess utility bills. You guys all got solar on your guys' homes in advance, and some of your neighbors are still getting excess utility bills. He's just filming for training purposes. But are you guys falling into that, or Pacific United Power is adding panels to all the homes? Sorry, should have told you that faster. This is my little badge ID. We're just meeting with all the homes that still have excess utility bills from SDG&E. If you guys aren't in that camp, if you guys have all of your power coming from your panels now, then we can't help out. But if you guys still have extra bills coming from the SDG&E, are you guys still getting an excess bill, or did the panels you guys select in the beginning, does that produce all of your power?
Well, all of this whole entire community is done under SunPower. So are you with SunPower?
Yeah, it's one of the companies we work with. And so we work with SunPower, Sunrun. It just depends on the neighborhood you live in, because we only work with homes that already have existing solar. And so SunPower is they did all these homes. Some people chose 6 panels, some people chose 9, some people chose 12. But some people, they either got too many and we're just leaving those alone and letting those produce the excess power. But then some homes chose maybe like 6 and then got like an electric vehicle or something, and now they're getting excess utilities from that. So which camp do you fall in? Because I wouldn't want to waste your time.
So we got 6.
You got 6? Has that been producing enough for you guys?
Yeah, it has, but I do get a bill at the end of the month.
Okay guys, another huge tip. In California, everything is hyper-regulated, which means that on the side of the electric box, I don't know if this is the case in all states, there is going to be a CAD design that shows on that red placard what their design is. And this is really smart. If you know that a neighborhood has been built as of 2020, the laws require that every new home that's built in California have solar on it in advance. So a lot of these solar companies will work with developers so that when those homes get built, they get cookie cutter system sizes. Usually 6, 9, and 12 panels was the case with this neighborhood. And they were all running on 350-watt panels. And I saw all that information on the side of the placard. So when I show up and I say, hey, are you part of the 6, the 9, the 12? Some of your neighbors got EVs later, basically saying their power demand went up. And they're still getting excess bills. Which camp do you fall into? I build a ton of credibility. I know the company that they had it contracted with. I know the size of the system. I know a bunch of information that lends to credibility. That if you see his body language here, he's squared up like this. He came out hyper suspicious, but me dropping in information that I already knew based on just looking at the side of the placards really helped us break his preoccupation. Okay, what is this? What is it floating around? Like Herman's, this was like 20 or 30. Another huge thing, guys, remember names in the neighborhood. Garrett, we knew nobody in this neighborhood. We walked in, we spoke to Herman next door. I always introduce myself the same, which I'm gonna tell you about in a second. We spoke with Herman. He said his bill was around $20 to $30 excess a month. That's not really enough for us to qualify to add additional panels for him at this time. And then I went, but he looked like a super sociable guy, kind of like every neighborhood has like a mayor on the street that knows the most people. It's usually the most engaged, involved in the community. Those are the types of people that you want to know their names. I could tell Herman, this guy's next door neighbor, was that guy. So towards the end of my conversation with Herman, this is how I give my name every time. I go, I'm so sorry, I'm rude. I should have introduced myself. My name's Johnny, what's your name? I offer my name first. I say, oh, I'm so sorry, I was rude. I didn't even introduce myself. I'm Johnny, what's your name? I say it the same way every single time because it's, especially if I've already had some interaction with them, because I'm offering up my name first. I said I was rude for not introducing myself, which puts me in a position where I'm like on my back to them, which they feel good about. And then since I've offered my name first, they're very quick to react because they go, oh no, it's okay. When somebody hears I'm sorry, their natural knee-jerk reaction is to say it's okay. Yeah, I don't want to say the word lubricate, but but when I say I'm sorry, and I do it in a genuine way, somebody thinks to themselves, oh, it's okay. It's like a natural reaction to like when a little kid scrapes his knee, and then I'm like, hey, I'm so sorry. I was so rude. I didn't even introduce myself. I'm Johnny. What's your name? Oh no, it's okay. I'm Stacy. or whatever.
Ours is like, like last month it was like a bill 20.
Okay, it was like 120. Gotcha. And then in the summertime, did you had it through the summer of last year? Did you?
We just bought the house in late July, so.
Okay, so you're in the tail end already of the summer.
Yeah, so I haven't really gotten a true, summer bill yet.
I bet you're already up in equity in this place. This area is awesome.
Yeah.
This is such a cool neighborhood.
But I mean, so I guess what I'm wondering is that is this something that you're trying,
If you still have that extra $120 a month bill, then all we do is we just look at that bill because you're still getting the ones from SDG&E. We look at the graph and then we see how many panels would need to be added, and if we do it through SunPower, it's not that difficult. How many extra panels need to be added, and then if it works out, great, you guys can just get rid of that extra part of your utility bill. SunPower is giving you guys either one of two options. Either you can buy the extra panels because some of your neighbors bought them, or you can have the panels added at no cost where you buy the electricity from them. It's up to you. And so what we do is, my job is really simple. I just look at that utility bill, and then when we're coming back through here, we drop off the results to the homes that will to show what their new power bill would look like if we were able to eliminate the extra power cost.
So the panels that you're offering, we would have to buy them, correct?
That's one option. What most of your neighbors have been doing is just buying the power from them. So SDG&E is charging like 43 to 44 cents a kilowatt. It's the most expensive in the country. And so what will happen is if they put up the panels where they own them and you don't buy them, you can buy that power at like 19 cents a kilowatt. So it ends up just cutting the power bill, like that 120 would maybe get taken down to like $70 or $80 a month instead. And so those are the two routes you can go. Some people want to buy them though, because there's awesome tax credits involved with it, as you probably already know. And some people, they want to just buy the power from them. It's entirely up to you. And I'm not here to actually convince you either way. All I'm here to do is just look at the utility bill. And then when we're coming back through here, we just drop off the results of the individual homes. And if it works out, cool, give us a holler. If it doesn't, we'll know pretty quick. It's usually based on your kilowatt usage. So if we can't add at least 8 panels, then in most cases, SunPower is not going to be able to just pick up the project and do it. And so, because there is still permitting fee, and we still have an HOA fee here with your neighborhood.
That is true. In solar, there are some fixed costs, and many solar installers won't install a project that has less than 8 panels unless it's in a large development process, so that is true. A big part of what I'm doing right now is trying to focus on explaining, hey, I'm not here to waste your time. If I look at the electric bill and you don't qualify, well then I'm not gonna waste your time, certainly wouldn't want you to waste mine. And this is nice because it comes with the reward to the customer that if it's not going to work out, we're going to know fast, and he values my time. He's not here to waste it. It's very important.
So those are just the two things that we have to work out. Do you do your billing though online or in the mail?
Online.
Okay, even easier. I still have to go take a quick look over at the electric box just because there's certain types of inverters that some of these homes have that are different from the next. If you could do me a favor, all I need is just the graph on the utility bill, and then we'll look at that, and then when we're coming back through here sometime next week, we'll drop off the individual reports to you guys. And I'm so rude, I didn't even catch your name. I'm Johnny.
I'm Stacy.
Stacy, nice to meet you. I'm gonna go grab a quick picture of that really quick, and could you mind pulling that up so that way I can also take you off the list on this?
Sure.
All right, thanks Stacy, I appreciate it. Looks like they have microinverters, so that's pretty sweet.
Oh yeah, there's not a big one on this.
Yeah, that is helpful. That's the driveway. That's so cool. Happy to see you got microinverters. That was a good decision. Yeah, you have the 350 watt panels too. That's awesome. So that's definitely better than some of the homes. Some of the homes had 290 watts. And I'm gonna bring by my card a little bit later. I just ran out. I have some of my card that I'll drop by off at the door a little bit later. So that we have my contact info. Yeah, did you know you have microinverters?
I'm sorry?
Did you know you have microinverters?
No, what is that?
It's nice. So a lot of the systems in this neighborhood, they have a big inverter box on the side of the house. Looks kind of nasty. And if that ever goes like defunct, it can cost a homeowner anywhere from like $6,000 to $7,000 to get them replaced. And they only have 12-year warranties. But you have a microinverter, which means you have individual inverters between each one of your panels. And so if one panel stops working, it doesn't knock them all out. And it keeps all the equipment up on the roof. Yeah.
That part I did know.
Yeah, it has a 25-year warranty on it. So
yes.
You got a smart setup here. You got the 350 watt black panels, so that was good. Where did you move from?
Just right down the street in Rancho.
Any intention on getting an EV in the future?
Probably in the next 6 years. I just bought my K5. And
This is a Kia?
Yeah.
Dude,
Not this one, the black one.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This
Yeah.
one here. What? Dang, I thought this was like a Benz.
No.
It looks so nice though.
Yeah, no, that's the new Kia K5.
Dude, Kia's coming back hard.
Yeah, that one belongs to my daughter. I gave that one. Yeah. So, what did you need to look at?
Oh, okay, so your sub meters. All I'm looking at is your kilowatt usage. Sub meters. How about look at this really quick? Have you seen this before? California sub meters?
Oh, you know what? Never mind. That's. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm looking for the SDG&E.
I'm sorry. That's my water usage.
I was like, wait a second. I was like, there is a utility charge here. So I just need a picture of that little graph right there. Kilowatts, but it goes up to 640. It looks like right around September, August. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swing back by here in just a little bit. I'm gonna drop off my business card. I'm sorry I ran out, but just so you have my contact info. What we'll do is we'll put together a design because we already know where your existing panels are. It's really easy for us to find out where we'd add the extra panels. And then some people though, they really love the tax credit, and I think that's a great route to go too, especially if you get it fully maintained. That's probably the route. Did you buy your panels or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, smart man. I don't think buying the power from them is, unless you don't have a taxable income. Like if you're living on Social Security and you don't have a federal income tax bill at the end of the year, then you buying the panels wouldn't make much sense. But
Yeah,
you
no.
just bought this car, you bought this house, you pay taxes. So, all right. So Stacy, really quick, if I run the numbers though on this, and for some reason we can't help you, we'll usually send you a text message that says, sorry, we don't qualify at this point because we have to add at least 8 panels in order for it to work.
Okay.
And if your system doesn't give us enough space to do that, or for whatever reason, I got to text that over to you. What is the best number to text you at?
Sure, it's 619.
Okay. And usually, like, what time of the day? Are you usually at home, like on the evenings during the weekdays, or?
In the evenings, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll see if we can swing back by in the next couple of days and just show you what we came up with, because we usually have a couple of different options for you. And then if you're like, hey, that looks good, then we just have they do have to resurvey the roof. It's just a requirement with permits. But they'll resurvey the roof, and then nothing costs you anything out of pocket, just like before. So it's really simple. It's just a matter of getting rid of that excess electric bill and putting you in the positive with SDG&E rather than the negative with them.
Because I'm going to be very honest. I was, well, first of all, I was very skeptical to talk to you because we've had Sun Run out here and they misrepresented themselves and said
really?
that Sun Run had bought out Sun Power.
Definitely.
And so I had to call Sun Power to verify it, and then I had to call the guy who, the gentleman, the sales consultant who sold us the house from KB, and I had to, confirm with him, and he was like, no, so they've been out here, not to mention they were hella rude and everything else.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
So yeah, I was kind of skeptical to listen to you and everything. But if you spoke with Herman next door, then he's good people. So yeah,
he's a really cool guy. We can't help him unfortunately, just because his power usage isn't in excess yet. And if he doesn't have like an EV pre-ordered, we usually can't help. But when I drop off my business card, you'll see the whole network of different solar companies we work with, because we specialize on homes that already have solar. And
Gotcha.
so some homes, like some neighborhoods, they were contracted with Sunrun, for example, and those are the homes that we had to work with on those contracts. In some neighborhoods, it was SunPower, or another one that was really big was LA Solar that did a few neighborhoods too. So when I drop off my business card, you'll see all the different companies, and SunPower is on there as one of the ones that we work with. And so it's pretty cool. And then if you're like, I absolutely don't like SunPower, because some of your neighbors have had a couple of poor experiences with them. If you haven't, then great, we'll stick with it. But some of your neighbors are like, I do not like SunPower. I want you guys to find a different option for us. And so we looked at that route too for you.
Yeah, so, I mean, anything that's helped, because the way my wife and I were both told is that that our electric bill would be, extremely low, and we're still paying triple digits.
The one thing that might have helped with this a little bit though, just to be transparent, is you have a 350 watt panel. So think about watts as like this is probably a V4, V6. I don't know which it is.
V4.
Yeah, it's probably with the turbo or something like that. And so V4 has a certain amount of horsepower that it's going to put out, and a V8 is going to have a different level of horsepower that it puts out. And so 350 is a very good dollar for dollar value place to be, and where your panels are facing over on the south side. They place them well, so it does produce well. But realistically, with where your power consumption is at, you probably should be at somewhere like a 420 watt panel. just to give you extra production with the space that you have. And so that's what I'm probably gonna look at, is like more like a 420 watt panel, just so that you don't run into this problem twice. A lot of the times it is hard though on the solar company's defense. It is pretty hard to determine how much power someone's gonna use without having historical data to go off of.
Gotcha.
And so that
Something you'll see that I did here too is you'll say in the solar company's defense, it is hard for them to estimate how much power you're gonna need for this house. That's totally true. And so I'm never wanting to bag on the company that did their project. Unless the customer tells us first, it's kind of like this. If you go to a party with, let's say, your in-laws family or somewhere where you're meeting a lot of new people, you don't want to be the first one to say a curse word. It's kind of the same thing here. You don't want to play your hand first about the company that you're competing against. If that guy goes, that MF and company is terrible, I hate him, I want him gone, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, that's what I'm here for. I'm not gonna add a bunch more to it. I'm not gonna, stoke the fire harder, but I'm gonna be in agreement with him. If he says that, yeah, SunPower's been great, I really love my experience with them, then fantastic. I want to be able to defend that company and say, hey, look, the reason why you might be getting an excess bill is not because SunPower made a mistake. It's really difficult to know how much power you need to use without having the historical data, and that's completely true. And whenever you speak well about another company, a person, or anything, it makes you automatically look better. Remember that as a general habit in life.
That is the challenge. So that's why when I have this data, I can get really, really precise with it. And if you're like, Johnny, I have an EV ordered, you tell me the miles that you drive, and I can tell you exactly how many panels that we need to be able to produce your power and where they need to go. It's really cool. And so I love what I get to do though, because it's just like, hey, I get to show up and save you money, and saving money is making money in the reverse, So you can. Mind if I take a look at this?
No, not at all. What's up?
This is so sweet. Yeah, you should be happy with this.
And then the sound system is really nice.
Oh, that's deep.
Hold on.
Peace up, A-Town.
I'm sold. I want it.
Dude, you can put like a whole body back here.
Yeah, I was just literally gonna say this is like body trunk status.
And like I said, this is just the step up from the base model.
That's it. Well, I'm gonna stop by probably sometime like Monday or Tuesday evening, probably like right around 5 or 6-ish. If you're here, are you usually coming around that time?
Yeah,
Okay.
I just at like 5.
Okay. And if it doesn't work out, you'll get a text message in advance. But what I'll do is I'll just have some notes to draw up for you, and then I'll leave them with you. And then if it works out, give us a holler. Okay.
What do you think we learned here? That it's best to get him to sell me something than for me to sell him something. True. We killed it. And we also referenced names, because we get names in the neighborhood, I just spoke to Herman. That's his neighbor next door. The power in remembering names is huge. I didn't get anything with Herman. You guys saw that. He had a $20 utility bill. We can't help him. But just the mere mention of it tells him that we had a conversation and he vetted me out. So you can build rapport really quick, guys, by getting all the names in the area, finding out when people live here, when they moved in. Herman looks like a G. So thanks, Herman. You helped us with that utility bill. That's going to be a deal.
Thank you guys so much for watching today. If you want to go ahead and click on this video here, YouTube thinks you're going to love it. And if you're interested in changing up your career and you feel like you learned something here and you want to know more, please click on the link below to learn about working here at Pacific United. All right, guys, thanks.